Splendid Sports.
The Miami Dolphins, the San Francisco 49ers, the Jacksonville Jaguars, the Minnesota Vikings. What do these teams have in common? Not really a lot, besides the fact they've been hacked by the Russians. Think the Pittsburgh Steelers becoming the first dynasty in the Super Bowl era was because of the drafting of Terry Bradshaw, Mean Joe Green, Mel Blount, Jack Ham, Franco Harris, Mike Webster, John Stallworth, Jack Lambert, and the decline in the early 80s of said dynasty was the retirement of those players? You're wrong. December 23, 1972, in an AFC divisional playoff game, the Immaculate Reception. The Steelers' first playoff win in franchise history and marked the beginning of the Steeler dynasty. Against the Oakland Raiders, one of the most controversial calls in NFL history. Did Franco Harris catch it? Should the play have been ruled a completed pass? January 19, 2002, in an AFC divisional playoff game, the Tuck Rule play. A playoff win that propelled Tom Brady and Bill Belichick and the New England Patriots to their first Super Bowl and marked the beginning of the Pats dynasty. Should the play have been ruled a fumble? Both franchises achieving early marquee wins early in their dynasty under questionable circumstances against the Oakland Raiders. How do the Raiders factor into this? That's for the next episode. What does it mean? It means hacked by the Russians. Now some of you will say the Pittsburgh Steelers dynasty was built upon the drafting of the stars of the 70s, and their decline in the 80s was because of the retirement of those said players. But that's what the Russians want you to think. The Steelers dynasty was built to give the Patriots one to chase and eventually surpass. It's all part of a coordinated effort to ensure Tom Brady, Bill Belichick, and the New England Patriots continue to dominate the NFL. Which wouldn't explain why the Steelers have made 4 Super Bowl appearances since the 1970s and have won 2 of them, but could explain this. And as the Russians position themselves to control the AFC North, in Baltimore, who has a rivalry with the Patriots, in their first ever matchup during the 1996 season, the Ravens were quarterbacked by Vinny Testaverde, who would later be a teammate of Mo Lewis as a member of the New York Jets. Who is the one who hit Drew Bledsoe, making Tom Brady the starting quarterback in New England, the birth of the Patriots dynasty? Means hacked by the Russians. And in Cincinnati, where Chris Collinsworth played his entire career.
Well, Tom Brady has never looked better.
Yeah, means hacked by the Russians. And in Cleveland, Bill Belichick's first head coaching gig, who also started Vinny Testaverde at quarterback in Cleveland, and was the last Cleveland Brown head coach to win a playoff game, January 1st, 1995, against the New England Patriots. Means hacked by the Russians. The Cleveland Browns were clearly going to build its own dynasty under Bill Belichick, and it had to be stopped. Though the Browns have done a pretty good job of that themselves. So if you've ever heard of the Steel City, ever seen or been around Steel, ever heard of the Steel Curtain defense, ever seen a terrible towel, ever seen that Mean Joe Green commercial, ever seen Terry Bradshaw on TV, or saw Terry Bradshaw in the film Failure to Launch, then you've probably been hacked by the Russians.